The Alpha Sessions with Ron Laver.
Today I'm talking to Tom Cary from his home in Cornwall, and nice to see you, Tom. You look like you've caught a little bit of sun there.
Yeah, yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, the sun, the sun's definitely been out over the last few weeks, couple of weeks especially. Yeah.
How has life been during lockdown for you down there?
It's been interesting. I'm very, very, very fortunate because I live right by the sea. So when it was allowed that we were okay to leave and do like outside exercise, I live close enough to the beach where running on the beach and taking my dog on the beach was allowed because I was close enough. But yeah, it's been really, really interesting. It's been very strange for a lot of people. I started off the first lockdown, I think it was a couple of nights after the lockdown started. I decided to go online and do a live song on Facebook Live. I'd never really touched it before. Kind of daunting going live on Facebook, but I took the plunge, and that one song then turned into, I think, nearly 3 hours, was because I just got requests after the first song. People just started requesting, and then before I knew it, I was there till literally midnight, singing to Facebook Live people, and the messages I got of support, the requests. Even then, after 3 hours, I didn't want to stop at all. And yeah, it was quite special. And yeah, I did that for every evening for 5 months, I suppose.
I mean, it sounds, the way you were describing it then, it sounds fantastic. I mean, I'm sure, like all performers, you can't wait to get out and play in front of a live audience again. But yeah. I mean, you seem to get quite a lot out of that with the feedback and everything. And you said at the end of it, you felt like you just wanted to keep going.
Yeah, it's very rewarding, because the thing is with the streams, there's actually more communication goes on the streams than it does on a live gig, because obviously anyone who's been to a live gig or has sung a live gig will know it's one-way communication. Like, yes, you receive the communication from applause, or hopefully not booing, but the positive feedback from the crowd, and on Facebook Live or live online stuff, people are constantly commenting in real time, whether they like the song, whether they have an artist that's their favorite artist and they want you to sing that. So it's constant flow of communication backwards and forwards. And I think that's what really got me hooked. It was just so rewarding, and I got so many messages of support. Literally, the internet just went crazy, and yeah, it was really rewarding.
Do you think you might carry that on in some shape or form in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Throughout the first lockdown, I literally just had my phone, and anyone who knows, it's not the best quality when you've got a phone. So I invested in creating my studio at home, and created different ways of doing it that was more kind of high tech, I suppose. And it sounds really nice now when I do live, and yeah, I want to carry it going, because it's really I think I'll always do them, because they're just so rewarding, and like you can almost use it as a bit of a practice run. If you've got a new song in your repertoire or you've written a new song, you instantly get feedback, and you literally say to people, well, comment in what you think of it. And yeah, so from that point of view, it's kind of cool.
Do you think that works in so far as, with people commenting, hopefully positively, the minute you've finished the song, or even while you're still singing it? Do you think that might sort of sway what you might release?
Absolutely, yeah. I couldn't. Yeah, that is 100% right. I've seen it before, where I've sung some of my funny enough, my dad requested a couple of songs one time, and I was like, Dad, I'm not sure it's going to go down well. And I played it, and the numbers just plummeted. Like they just went right down. And he was like, because obviously he can see the numbers that are viewing, and I can see the numbers in real time. And I was halfway through the song going, people are dropping like flies here, like they're literally going. And I finished a song and I just had to go straight in with an upbeat one just to grab people's attention again, because it was quite a long song. It was about 5 minutes, and it's a beautiful song. But
what was the song?
It's Tom Jones's version of Tower of Song.
All right, yeah.
Beautiful song. Leonard Cohen, I think it was originally, but and it was a stunning song. Yeah, I think with the Facebook Lives, people want upbeat. They want songs they know. They want, unfortunately, songs that they can, well, not unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Songs they can sing along to, have a bit of fun with, dance if they got it on the kit. I had so many messages of people saying, it's a Friday night, I've got you on my Bluetooth speaker, I'm in the kitchen cooking and I'm dancing away with my husband or whatever. And those comments are just amazing. So yeah, I totally, yeah, definitely influences what I release. No question about it.
And Leonard Cohen, of course, is an acquired taste generally anyway, isn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, let's take us back to the start then of, when did you start singing, playing? Has it been from an early age?
Yeah, I actually started my first live gig was, I think I was 8 years old, and I was in primary school, and one of the songs that my dad, as one of the artists that my dad I grew up listening to, there was Nancy Griffith, Bonnie Raitt, Mark Knopfler, obviously died straight. But yeah, so Mark Knopfler, and there's this one, number 3 on his Golden Heart album called Je suis désolé. It's a French song, and I sang that a cappella, and I had the lyrics with their translation on loads of pieces of paper, and I gave it all to the class beforehand, and I asked the teacher if I could do it, and it was funny. And then I just got that buzz off of singing in front of people, and I just loved it. And then when I was 11 years old, I obviously joined my secondary school, which is Pen Air down here, and I did a really silly thing of asking the head teacher if I could sing the Titanic theme tune at the time in front of the whole school, which in hindsight was amazing at the time, but in hindsight led to maybe not the smoothest of journeys through secondary school. So yeah, but no, I loved it. I loved it all the same. I've never changed it.
Great stuff. So what about playing? I mean, you're a guitarist. What about playing the guitar? When did that come in?
That came in when I was about 10. I was still in primary school, I think, and Mr. Cook, and I see him now at surfing stores, and I was like, you're the first person to teach me guitar. And I was 10 years old, and I gave up after the first lesson because I found the string names too hard to remember. The 6 strings, I was like, no, can't do it. Went home, and Dad was like, well, I've paid for a full term of lessons, like up front, like you're gonna go. And I was like, okay. And so yeah, I then knuckled down and learned the 6 string names, and then I was practicing everything. Just I'd come home and just practice, and then all of a sudden something just clicked, and I just fell in love with it, and I would just sit all night long and just strum the guitar, play the guitar, electric guitar and acoustic guitar. And yeah, it was kind of the Mark Knopfler kind of sounds that and the fingerstyle sounds that he uses, which is just incredible. And that got me hooked.
So we've got your dad to thank really for giving you that extra push.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be where I am or anywhere really. He paid for lessons all the way through, every single week, all the way through to when I was 16, 17. Bought me my first guitar. Well, bought me a couple of guitars throughout my years, and yeah, just was always there to listen. If I said, "Oh, Dad, what do you think of this?" It'd just be straight on listening exactly to me, and give really good feedback, and was always there. So yeah, if it wasn't for him, I definitely wouldn't be guitarist.
That's great. He just let you down slightly on the Leonard Cohen request.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, cheers, Dad. I literally was like, that is the last time I play that song.
Well, what about songwriting then? When did you start writing your own material?
I actually started writing, I remember the song and I remember how it goes and everything. I'm not going to sing it now, but it's called The Four Seasons. And I remember I found the piece of paper the other day with it written on, and I can barely even read my own writing because I was that young. So I was probably like, I don't know, like probably 7 or 8. And I just started writing. But yeah, it's weird. Some people kind of say what comes first, the music or the lyrics. And I do a little radio show, and I had someone on there asking me. And so obviously live on radio, you kind of got to give an answer. And I was like, well, it depends what kind of mood you're in really as well, because everyone says, oh, what comes first? And if I'm in a really happy mood, I'll just sit, strum the guitar and I'll sing. That'll be it. And then when a hook comes in or something catches my attention from what I sing or something resonates for me at that time, I'll roll with it. But yeah, it's interesting. I've always loved writing lyrics almost like poem-like, about my experiences. And if I didn't talk to someone about them, then they would go down on a piece of paper and then I'd sing them and they would feel like I've talked to someone almost.
Mm. You're going to sing some music for us today, and you had an album out last year, I think, called Smile, and the title track off of that, the Smile track, I think it's got such a good hook at the beginning of, the guitar comes in with such a good melody at the beginning. Just, I hear it. I mean, I've been playing it a lot on the radio here, but when I'm just listening to the radio somewhere else, I hear that little intro and I think, oh, that's Tom Cary,
Oh, that's cool.
And I think that's a really important part as well, is again that. Could tell us something about Smile, about that track.
So Smile is all about basically falling in love with someone, and the best part of your day is them making you smile, and looking at them and giving just literally smiling. I recorded an album many years ago, one of my first albums, so you won't be able to find it anywhere, but and it literally, the album cover was like a smiley face, and I just if that kind of resonated with me, and yeah, I just think it's beautiful when someone else can make you smile and you can make them smile, and you just have this positive emotional like connection that comes from you. And yeah, and when you see someone else smile and you light up, it's just, yeah, so that's what it's all about basically.
I can't remember the last time that I saw that glint in your eye. It feels like we've waited a lifetime, but it's the first thing and the last thing on my mind. Only when you smile does the world make sense. Only when you smile I have no defense. Anytime you laugh I can see your light, and it shines so bright, and you shine so bright. Only when you smile do we break these walls. You turn me back around and again I fall. Only when you smile is my world alright. That's why I spend my life, that's why I spend my life trying to make you smile. We both hold the power to live our whole lives without a care. I know that you still remember. We just need to find a way back there. Only when you smile does the world make sense. Only when you smile I have no defense. Anytime you laugh I can see your light, and it shines so bright, and you shine so bright. Only when you smile do we break these walls. You turn me back around and again I fall. Only when you smile is my world alright. That's why I spend my life, that's why I spend my life trying to make you smile. Trying to make you smile, make you smile.
The Alpha Sessions with Ron Laver.
You have a double life, don't you, or have done in the past? You're a tribute singer.
Yeah, I used to be. Yeah, used to sing the songs of Michael Bublé. So, yeah, that's double life is definitely the word. That's an interesting side of what I do as well. It's something that I came up with. I always used to sing Michael Bublé songs in my own spare time, and people kind of said, you should give it a go. Like, I was struggling with my own songs at the time. So this was about 5 or 6 years ago. And so I thought, you know what, let's see if I can make a living. So I did some research into what tributes like, what their fee is. And I did the maths and thought, you know what, it's doable to make a living from it. And so, yeah, I've been doing that for up until, I suppose, a year and a half ago. For about 5 years. So yeah, all across the country, different venues, from people's living rooms to the biggest hotels I could ever imagine singing at, biggest venues, biggest huge tribute festivals. And it's a really strange one as well, because the biggest thing I had to get over was not having my guitar as my comfort blanket. My guitar was like almost my comfort blanket, and so that was a big one to get over, because I just didn't know I didn't really know what to do with my hands. So yeah, I was like, do I put them in my pocket? Do I sing? Do I blah, blah, blah? What do I do? So I just basically watched loads of Michael Bublé videos and just went, what's he do with his lead? Like, what does he do with his mic? How does he hold this? What's he doing with his hand? It's really good fun. It was really, really good fun. And I learned a lot from it, definitely.
So you say it was, is that something that you've dropped now?
Yeah, I've kind of dropped it because I just want to pursue my own stuff, my own original music, because my own original music is stuff that's closest to my heart, and is I love the other stuff, the Bublé stuff, but the country, the modern country, is where I've always been, and where I'll always be, really. It's just a feeling of having my guitar over my shoulder, sitting on stage with a band behind me. Just it doesn't get any better than that.
No,
it doesn't.
So where do you think you got your love of country from then? Because it's not something that people in this country are exposed to at a young age. I know it's probably more popular than it's ever been at the very moment, but where did you get the hook from?
I got it from my dad back in the day. So he just didn't push, but he just always had playing in the background country music. So whether it was kind of Bonnie Raitt, or kind of older, more folk side of stuff like John Denver, James Taylor. I went to see James Taylor live, Bonnie Raitt live, Nancy Griffith live, and then more bluesy stuff like BB King. Went to see him a couple times, and yeah, eventually I kind of picked up my own kind of what I like to listen to, and it's kind of like that Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, Kip Moore, that kind of more slightly modern country, with those almost no one really talks about it, but almost the kind of bluesy licks on the guitar and bluesy riffs, and especially Brad Paisley plays a lot of the bluesy notes on the guitar, and yeah, it's just that, yeah. So that's it really. I think it's came from a dad, and just taking me to loads of gigs, and most of them were country, really.
Yeah, I think it seeps in. I've got 3 children grown up now, and although they spent most of the time with me in a car saying, "Dad, can we play something else? Can we play our music? And turn that down when you drop me off at school, because I don't want anyone to hear it."
That was literally me when I was younger. Literally me. That's
Yeah, absolutely. But the nice thing is, all 3 of them now, they have country in their, you know, they're not out and out country, but all 3 of them have country music in their record collections.
Oh, that's
you know, and it obviously has an influence on what your parents play when you're growing up. It probably can't help that.
No, I love it. I love country music. I love it. It just tells a story, and it's soulful and beautiful. Yeah.
We played a track off your Smile album. On that same album, you did a duet with Taney Lord.
Oh yeah,
Kiss Goodnight.
That's it. Yeah, I did.
How did that come about? Is that something? And that, I assume it was a co-write, was it?
No. It was actually written and recorded, and well, funny enough, I'd actually pretty much done the album, and Gareth, the producer, basically said, got this idea for a song, do you want to just pop in the studio? I know we actually wrote 40 tracks in to make the album, which is about standard usually, I think, and it took a long time, and we had literally finished them all, and we were like, yeah, that's the 12 songs for the album. And he said, can you just pop in the studio and have a listen? So he had the keyboard, and he was like, and he wasn't singing any words, he was just singing like sounds, vowel sounds, and I was like, wow, that's cool. And then he said, well, Kiss Goodnight. And I was like, oh, I like that, I really like it. So I came straight home, he recorded like a basic version, came back, and we put lyrics to it here. My other half, Lauren, she's fantastic lyricist, probably the best lyricist I've ever seen, and she just doesn't realize. I've been trying to tell her, like, you actually need to pursue this, because your lyrics are just incredible. So it turned out that actually half the album pretty much is Lauren's lyrics, and so she came back and she wrote it within like literally 10 minutes, and went in the studio the next day and said, Gareth, what do you think? And he was like, done, perfect, don't even need to change any of the lyrics, I think that's perfect. And it was really, really one of those things where we both sat, and it was like, wow, this is quite an emotional song, but really kind of uplifting. Almost, I don't want to say anthemic, but that driving kind of, driving, I don't know how else to describe it, positive energy song. And so I went in and recorded the whole song, and then he said, you know what would be really good is if we changed a couple of lyrics and we only literally a couple of words, and we had a female sing the other side. And I was like, okay, cool. And while doing the album, Taney was actually in because there's 3 studios at Gareth's, was in studio B while I was in studio A, or vice versa, or whatever. And so I walked through a session and we got talking, and then both me and Gareth were like, how about Taney? Like, she's about as UK country as you could ever get. She's great to work with. She's got a fantastic voice. Let's do it. So yeah, we got her down from Bristol, and she in one day she recorded her vocals, and then I listened it back and was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like her voice really suits the song as well.
Great track.
Oh, thanks very much. Thank you. No, it was really fun to record as well. Really fun.
I was going to ask you if you do much co-writing, but clearly you do with your partner.
Yeah, I do. I've done a lot of co-writing in the past with a guy called Banan, who's funny enough, who's written a lot for Boyzone and other groups like that, and had quite a lot of success. And I didn't realize at all the level of songwriting he did until probably 5 weeks into working with him, and it kind of came out that the number 2 track on the Boyzone album was his, and I was like, whoa, okay. Good job I didn't know that before, because I might have been a bit a bit nervous around him. But yeah, so I've co-wrote with him a lot. I've co-written with my producer a lot, and now co-writing with Lauren. And the other day we had her in the studio writing a song, which it's going to be down the line at some point, but really excited for that as well.
You think you might get her singing as well?
No. No.
Don't beat about the bush.
No. Just going to throw it out there. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Oh, God.
Oh, dear, I like it.
Yeah.
You mentioned Banan then. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, it's funny. BNAAN.
Yeah, because I saw his name on one of the tracks as well on Smile, wasn't he?
Ah, yes.
I don't know whether that was just a co-write or whether he actually appeared on the track.
No, he didn't appear on the track. It's just a co-write. Yeah, because he doesn't really sing. Well, he doesn't sing, but he writes lyrics and he's known for writing lyrics with top lines, top melodies, and obviously chord sequences, which he's very, very good at. But he was a co-write on Smile and a couple others on the album, but I'd have to double check which ones. But yeah.
Okay, let's hear another track off the album now. This one's called "Wake Me." Tell me something about that.
"Wake Me." This was another one that was a bit impromptu. So I had recorded the song; it was all done. And then I was going along, I was up country with Lauren and Lauren's friend Becky Watt. And we were traveling along in the car and we were singing that song, "Wake Me," the one that's coming up in a minute. And she was in the front at the time, I remember, just in front of me, and Lauren was driving. And she started singing this harmony. And I was like, wow, that changes everything. Even though it was already done, and I know even mastered and everything, like a load of money was spent on mastering. And I phoned up Gareth. I literally phoned him up there and then and was like, we need to get harmony in there, and then remaster it. And he said, well, great, I got those singers. And then I thought, well, why not Becky? Like, she doesn't necessarily sing, but it would be great if she could, like, the experience of coming into the studio. How great is that, to give that to a friend of yours, and someone who doesn't experience it, to experience it is quite a bonkers thing, to have these mixing desks as the size of a living room, and to be in a vocal booth and working with a top class producer. It's just an experience and a half. And so I was like, right, Becky, you're coming in the studio, and we're recording the things. So yeah, her harmonies on the original song of this. So yeah.
Can't get no higher than the peak of mountain tops. Can't get no sadder than the shining your teardrops. Can't get no further than I am from you now. Can't get no nearer to the darkness so high. Nothing hurts you like all the lies you've sold. Nothing haunts you like the fear of growing old. And now it's clear that it's the only thing I feel. You are the only thing that ever was real. Oh, so let's wake up before it's over. Let's wake up before the sky falls down on us. Oh, let's wake up. So let's wake up and get sober. Let's wake up before it all falls down on us. Let's wake up. We need to wake up. It's life that we choose, or the love that we lose, and it all goes to prove the things we cannot change. And what hurts the most is we only got ourselves to blame. So let's wake up before it's over. Let's wake up before the sky falls down on us. Let's wake up. So let's wake up and get sober. Let's wake up before it all falls down on us. Oh, let's wake up. We need to wake up. There's nothing harder than the things you didn't say. There's nothing sadder than the one that got away. When you look back with all the things you regret, they will be all the things you cannot forget. So let's wake up before it's over. Let's wake up before the sky falls down on us. Let's wake up. So let's wake up and get sober. Let's wake up before it all falls down on us. Oh, let's wake up. The one thing you can't forget is the thing you didn't say. The one thing you can't forget is the one that got away.
The Alpha Sessions with Ron Laver.
You mentioned earlier about a radio show. It's Chaos Radio, and you do a show called Chaos Country.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I was part of being interviewed in the early stages of that radio show, and then that kind of got me to the point where I kind of thought, I've never really done radio presenting. I'd quite like to give it a go. So I had a chat with them, and I sat in on a few, co-hosted a few shows, and then they said, right, if you're happy to, we'd love to give you a show. So yeah, Chaos Country just rolled off the tongue perfectly. And
Fantastic, yeah.
my little welcome to the weekend show, I call it, every Friday from 12 till 2.
That's on Chaos Radio, and is that an internet station?
Yes. Yeah, so it's an internet station, so you can basically get it if you go to thisischaos.co.uk. So just go, or just keep it chaos, anything like that, Chaos Radio. Just search it online and you'll find it. Really, it's really easy to find, and you can watch as well. It's a live radio station where you watch, as it's videos, various. It's a great setup. They've got loads of cameras working, and loads of, it's almost like a live stream where loads of people can comment in through the software really easily and have a chat and request songs. So yeah.
So again, is that something you'll really enjoy?
Yeah, I love it already. I've done a couple months and yeah, absolutely love it. I mean, as you probably guessed, I can talk for England. So yeah, I love it. And I have a passion for country music. So yeah.
The other thing I just keep finding little things about your secret life here. I'm not going to expose anything here, but the other thing I found out that you have been and may still be a model.
Oh God. Oh, no. Oh Jesus. How did you find that out? I thought I deleted everything.
No, I certainly saw it on some of your socials somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Some very nice catalogue poses.
Oh, don't. I'm getting hot here. Oh, gee. Yeah, I used to try it. I always get nervous with the camera on. I think everyone does, but I don't feel like I've never felt natural in front of a camera ever. So that was something I always wanted to try my hand at, but because it looked glamorous and everything, but I definitely am not a natural. And
I don't know, because I mean, the pictures I saw were catalogue type pictures, and it always seems to me the one thing that most of the models don't look like is natural in catalogues.
Okay.
They always look as if they've just been told to, now you look this way and you look that way, you know.
Yeah,
and,
I know what you mean.
But you know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's I'm amazed that you found that, because that's great.
What's the future hold then for you, Tom?
Well, I've just started some management. I've started being managed by Scarlet River Management, and really super. It's the first time I've ever been involved with management. I've always been very kind of independent and kind of very kind of, I don't know, just self-driven and everything else. And then when I realized what they could give and their passion for my music, it was just like, wow, this is incredible. So cannot wait for things to come with them. They're fantastic management company. So Rachel from there is just spot on, and the team are just amazing. So working with them going forward, either it depends how things go, obviously with the pandemic and everything like that, but either later this year or early next year, I'll be doing a tour of some kind, and I'll be playing at the festivals, UK country music festivals, with my full 5-piece band, which it's the same band that appear on the album, so it will sound exactly like the album, and I cannot wait. It's going to be incredible. Releasing a song very soon, and after that we've got a couple of interesting things coming up after that as well, with videos and content and loads of exciting behind the scenes stuff as well, which has been quite cool. Throughout the whole process, I've had an extra 1 or 2 cameramen in the studio capturing everything behind the scenes to give people a bit of an idea of what it takes to and what goes into creating and writing and recording and the whole dynamic in the studio. So that's going to be flowing out very soon on the social medias, which and the website, which will be really, really cool.
So, I know Scarlet Management do a lot of social media. So is that something you weren't hot on, or, you know, it was like there, but something you had to do, but it was a last thought sort of thing? Have they sort of changed your out view on that? And
That's exactly it. Yeah. So social media, I never really gave any attention to, and I really struggle even to today's where we are today. Social media drives almost everything content wise online, and I really need a kick forward, should I say, to do that. And Scarlet River are great at that. So when I need it, a little push up the backside, and I'm going in the right direction again, and I've done this and that, and I've let people know about what's to come, and done teasers and all that to get people excited. Now I've actually seen how that works. It's really interesting because you can really engage with people so much more than I ever realized, even with the live streams. Yeah, letting people in, I think, is what it is. Letting people in. So yeah, excited to see what will come with that.
yeah,
as well.
exciting times by the sound of it. Just one last question then. If, forgetting about lockdown and everything, if you could play any venue in the world, where would it be?
Grand Old Opry, I reckon.
Good answer.
Yeah, that would be, because when you said the world, I was thinking the UK to begin with, and then when you said the world, I was like, oh, actually, yeah, it's got to be that.
I've got a supplementary question to that then. Would it be the new Grand Old Opry or in the Ryman Auditorium?
Probably the new. Yeah, probably the new. There's so many. Oh, I mean, oh God, I know you got me going. Yeah, I would say the new, only because I'm kind of like, my love for country is more modern country. Look, got nothing against the older country. I mean, obviously it goes through all the way through, and it's the history of the style of music. But yeah, when it comes to that, I would probably say my kind of music, because it's more modern, I would say, yeah, the new one.
That's a fair comment.
Yeah, definitely the new one.
And then if you could have someone on stage with you, duetting with you, who would that be?
Oh, no one's asked me that before. Wow. I don't know. I was gonna say, I've got a picture of it up in the corner of my room where I sang with Michael Bublé at the NEC, and I was like, yeah, but if I could pick someone else, it would be Brad Paisley. I would say Brad Paisley. It's the honey in his voice. If I always think it sounds like honey mixed with a little bit of barbed wire. I know it sounds weird to say, but it's just that. Oh, it's beautiful. His voice is just ridiculous. Yeah,
and he's such a good guitarist as well.
Oh, his guitar playing is just on some of the tracks I've just incredible. Just the speed and the fluidity of the playing is just. And I don't know whether you've heard some of the tracks. I'm trying to think of the name of the track. Well, it's almost the whole song is just ridiculously fast country playing for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes long. It's just intricate stuff the whole way.
It's country picking on an electric guitar with all that adds to. Yeah. It's no, he's a fantastic artist. Okay, well, you touched on it before. You got a new single coming out in round, I guess, mid-July time, something like that.
Yeah. Mid to late July. It's called Something in the Whiskey, and this is probably going to be the first time that people are going to hear a version of the song. So yeah, it's a brand new song, just literally hot off the press, so to speak, and it's called Something in the Whiskey. And
you're going to play that acoustically for us now.
Yeah.
Really appreciate your time, Tom. Best of luck with everything going forward in the future. And hopefully we can catch up with you at a later date sometime. Maybe even get you into our studio and
that'd be amazing.
do a real live performance.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I'd be honored, and count me in every second.
Okay. Take care now.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
I got my guitar and I'm reminiscing, drunk on your love and high on your kissing, watching the sun go down hand in hand and nowhere to be. There's something in the whiskey. Got the sun on my back and sand in my toes. No, I ain't going back, got nowhere to go. Watching the sun go down hand in hand and nowhere to be. Here we are, you and me. There's something in the whiskey, it's making me fall for you completely. I have to it's gonna be easy with you by my side. I don't wanna miss me, 'cause there's something in the whiskey. Got you all wrapped up around my shoulders. I don't feel a minute older than when you came into my life and took me away. Here we are today. There's something in the whiskey, it's making me fall for you completely. I have to it's gonna be easy with you by my side. I don't wanna miss me, don't wanna miss me, 'cause there's something in the whiskey. Making me fall for you completely. I have to it's gonna be easy with you by my side. I don't wanna miss me, 'cause there's something